Hi, I'm Thea Sullivan at BigPictureGuidance.com, and I'm an intuitive and a coach. Um, and I'm making this video today because I felt moved to share a few things that I'm thinking about that I'd like to offer to you. And um, so what's going on here today where I live is that we have really thick drift smoke, it's called, from wildfires a lot, many hours to the north of us, 3 hours to the north. And it's really bringing home the sensation that these are not normal times. And we all, I think, are feeling that in different ways, whether it's political upheaval and norms not holding, or news of another shooting. I know that I got an email from my son's school today talking about, well, two, one about the terrible air quality and one about how to talk to kids about what's happening and how they're keeping our kids safe. And it just really brings home that feeling right now that things are moving really fast, that there's a lot of external chaos. And it's really easy to get into a state where our central nervous systems are just in fight or flight, that we can wake up, check the news, feel really worried, feel really unsteady. I know toggle back and forth between feeling that way and then between remembering that there's always peace on the inside, and that I'm not just a person, in a kind of chaotic universe, but in fact, I'm a soul who chose to be here at this time for a whole lot of different reasons, some of which I'm aware of, some of which I'm not aware of. And that my best compass is internal, and that's where we can find steadiness amidst the chaos, and in fact be a light for others by finding that steadiness. It doesn't mean that that stuff's not happening, but it means there's a larger reality that we're all part of, that we're all involved in, that this change is, I want to say, in some ways preordained because the world is changing. That doesn't mean we like it. It doesn't mean we understand it. But it does mean that we're part of something much bigger than ourselves. And so the way that I find that steadiness on the inside is to go inward, to connect with the timelessness of my being, to connect with others around the world who are doing the same, whether that's monks meditating, in Tibet, or people around the world praying for peace, or meditators, or just good-hearted people who are showing up for other people in all kinds of ways. I also, when I feel like it's all too much and I don't know what to do, that's where going inward, intuition, can be my guide, because the guides that I bring through in my work talk about that when we don't know what to do, we go inward and we listen to the dictates of our heart. Because our mind can say 100 different things, but the heart usually just says one thing. And whatever that thing is, that inspiration, that feeling of like, oh, this is the thing I'm going to do, it has a different quality. It's not confused. It's not chaotic. It's just quiet and clear. So that's what I'm wishing for all of you today, is just to find some time, find a moment, find a space in your day amidst all of the chaos, all of the external stuff that's happening, to go within, whether that's just sitting quietly, whether it's, even doing your everyday tasks in a more meditative way, just taking a moment and trying to connect to what Eckhart Tolle calls the inner body, the energy body, the eternal part of ourselves that's always there, and send yourself love, and send the world love. The highest and best thing we can do is just to bless all of it, And I know that's controversial. People get angry when you talk about thoughts and prayers, and I totally get why. It seems empty. And obviously, um, action is needed in many ways. But the activity of light, which is to bless, is so much more powerful than we know. And if your heart calls you to act, absolutely act. But also, to bless is to recognize the inherent divinity in all of it. And that lifts us up, it lifts others up, and it just helps us connect to that timelessness within, which is really where we can find our center. So I wish you all peace. And I'll just end by saying a teacher of mine once defined enlightenment as the ability to live peacefully amid darkness and light. And that's what we're all striving for. That's what I'm striving for. And I send you love. I wish you peace. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.